And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Bunch formation for these receivers. Got a little space. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Drops back. It's Spaker. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Motion from the wideout. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
The run inside. It's Overton. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Stay up.
2nd down, gonna throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24. This offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Quarterback keeper. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the 1st down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for a 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
The Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Overton. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Baker. He's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. First touchdown of the game in Lane Stadium, and take my hand, the Hokies want to go to Never Never Land.
That is perfect. That's the way you start a ball game. Get the crowd rolling at home, especially these fans. Virginia Tech has some of the best fans in the country.
And he tacks on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hicks. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hits inside, it's Valentine. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Boyd. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to throw it. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Dropping back, it's Baker. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Punt is in the air on fourth down. Searching for space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. Down 7-0, and they'll have a chance to match the score on this drive. Going downfield for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Looking to pass. It's Boyd. Finds his target. There he goes. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the big fella. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Valentine. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, put you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Breaks into the open. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. It's first and goal as Illinois comes to the line. Going to the run, it's Valentine. Touchdown, Illini! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll need a bunch on second down. Throws it back. Heat. Right down the gut of the field. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Hokies.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Baker. Right on target this time.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
Ready. White. Top. Hey, kill it. 180, raise car. 180, raise car.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Second and long here. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Looking downfield, it's Boyd. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
The kick is on its way. Fields the punt. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Right side, it's Denmark. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Hicks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tells to run, wants to pass. Rolls right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Looking for room, it's Valentine. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be third down. Illinois lining up quickly. Right at the line. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Now the Illini calling a timeout there first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Sets his feet, it's Boyd. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He wants to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 6 team, the USC Trojans. And it's Missouri, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's third and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Changing the routes with his receivers. Quick give. It's Overton. On the move is the 30. Into the secondary on the right. The 30. Inside the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hokies. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Coming out with it, it's Hicks. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Moves the pocket. It's Boyd. Left side is Valentine. Makes the grab almost to the... Now marker, but a good pickup on that one. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll send the back in motion. He'll take it himself. Turning it on. The 50. The 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Fighting Illini using that big run to get momentum going. From the gun, it's Valentine. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
These fans touching the figurative hokey stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down. And dude chose to run out of bounds.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Now on the move. Tried to run for it on 4th and 1, and there was nowhere to go. The defense gets the stop.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Crosses midfield. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. From deep, it's Hicks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Send the tight end in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Quarterback empties his backfield. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. To the air, it's Boyd. Turns it upfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Illinois right back to the line. Second down, gonna throw it. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Tight end now in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Wide open downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Straight ahead, it's Valentine. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Illinois moving it quickly down the field.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count. Nope.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. He lets one fly deep. He's got it on the outside. Off and running. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. He got a step and just dusted the field. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for the edge. And the ball is free on the pitch. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Here we go. Ready. Red 18. Red 18.
That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll ride him again. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Takes a hit as he fires. Quickly complete. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw one last week, but that really ate him up all week long in practice. He wanted to come out here, put his best foot forward. He's done just that.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Using his legs, it's Valentine. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Just gets rid of that one.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Dixon. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They'll run him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Powers inside. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down.
And this is a no-brainer. It's fourth down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the first down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Quarterback changing the play. Give to the running back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
Ready. Wide 80. Stay Lily. Move.
Handoff to the lone back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Black 14. Hot.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
22. Ready. Hot.
from the red zone. It's Overton. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turned and they gave it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.